Yeah. Let me go and get this thing up, man. How we doing, everybody? How we doing? What is going on? Emmett, what's going on? The Rev, our boy will win. Derek Lewis title run starts this year 100%. Trust me, bro. Look, we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it. We got a lot. We're just going to be talking about the main card today, but I'm going to give y'all my official predictions, all right? I'm going to try to get this TikTok live up again if I can figure it out, bro. For whatever reason, TikTok's always difficult. Always is. Don't know why. But how we doing, man? How we doing? Um, let's see. See if we can get this up. Make sure the mic's connected. Yeah, it looks like everything's connected. Okay. I'm about to go live on TikTok real quick. We're gonna run both. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and send this to the Discord real quick. All right. Oh my gosh. But how we doing, man? How we doing? The Paramount era is finally here. Patty wears his daddy Piglet. That's crazy. That's crazy. Can we count Umar versus Figgy as the main? I don't understand why that's not on the main card, bro. Yeah, we'll talk about that one for a minute. That fight's honestly, that's an easy pick, bro. That's a pretty easy pick. Pretty simple. Let me find the Discord. Yeah, we're streaming on Thursdays now, by the way. I don't know if everybody got the memo or not, but let me go ahead and send this out. Okay, UFC 324 predictions. All right, I'm sending it out to the Discord real quick. Went to a military party? Bro, what? How was that? Went to a military party. Nice. Nice. Let me go ahead and get this up, man. All right. We sent it on the Discord. I just uploaded 2 YouTube shorts. We had posted some TikToks. I'm about to live stream on TikTok too. We're about to go live on TikTok too, I think. Levi, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on, bro? How we doing, man? How we doing? Oh. I posted the UFC Connections game today. If y'all saw it, I don't know if y'all did or not, but we posted that, man. We're gonna be talking about the fights, man. UFC 324. Excuse me. Thoughts on the new mythical fighter that just dropped, Autistic Silva? Look, I tried to watch. I think the press conference is going on right now. For whatever reason, it wouldn't pull up. Is it on YouTube? If it's on YouTube, we can watch the rest of it. I couldn't figure. It kept telling me to sign into Paramount, and I'm not gonna be able to stream it if it's on Paramount. Oh, it is on YouTube. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the. Let me pull up the press conference, or is it almost over? It might be almost over. Actually, let me pull it up. Hold on, bro. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Hopefully, I don't just catch the end of it. Let me see if I can find it. I tried to click on it earlier. Okay, here we go.
All the way to the top
Hold
for
on.
the title.
Cállate, puto. Madre. Cállate. Chingo de madre.
Can y'all hear
Go
it?
ahead.
Patty,
You see.
Patty, some critics think you don't have enough experience.
Wait, I can't hear it. Can y'all hear it?
What is the moment the fight
Let me know if y'all can hear it.
earn you this title shot?
What? Sorry, I didn't.
Some critics think you don't have
We'll do
enough
this.
experience for a title fight. What is the moment the fight that
Why can I
earned you
not
this
hear it,
title
bro?
shot?
What?
Winning my last fight, being on a 7-fight win streak, the longest in the lightweight division. The critics can stick it up their asses. I'm the one who's fighting for the belt.
For Sean O'Malley. Sean, you have changed a lot,
Okay, there we go.
over the last 2 years.
That should be good.
What made you change? Did you learn some lessons the last 2 fights?
Let me know
or
if y'all can
why'd
hear
you
it.
change?
I mean, my hair's still colored. I don't feel like I changed that much. Lost a couple fights, but we're still, I still feel good. We're still here.
You give up social media. You are a little bit more quiet.
I'm a little quiet. I don't know, man. I'm excited to go out there Saturday. I feel like, I feel good.
Thank you.
Go
Y'all
ahead.
can't hear it? Okay, bet.
My question is for Patty, the Patty Pimblett. Patty, you mentioned already today Arman Sarukian. Recently, you said some mean things about him. So the question
We can
is,
watch this real quick,
who
then
do
we'll
you
talk about the
dislike
fights.
more, Arman or Manchester
It looks like it's
United?
going longer than usual.
Oh, it's a tough one, that, I hate both of them, but Arman doesn't stop chatting shit about me, lad. Where Man United don't chat shit about me, so probably hate Arman more. He needs to sort his head out, lad, and stop talking about me.
One more question. Who's got it?
One
Scott,
more
go ahead.
question. One more question.
From Complex. Dana, what's your take on Armin's media blitz the last week and people saying that it was the biggest thing in UFC the past week?
What's my take on what?
On Armin's media tour the past week, and everyone's saying it's the biggest thing in fighting right now.
He's asking you.
I haven't seen it.
He's asking you why Arman's trying to be like me, going around eating food. And it's because he's got no personality and he's a little nit.
Nice.
I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it. Good try, though. All right, we're going to rip this stuff out of here and square these guys off.
All right. That was it. All right, maybe I should have started streaming earlier, but it's all good. It's all good. We're back. All right. Let me go ahead and pull this up now and try to center this thing back up. But yeah, let's talk about these fights, man. Let's talk about these fights, bro. I'm speaking in the chat of the conference. Oh, gosh. All right, Casual, last stream you said, after I asked if me and Ryan could have a tough match, you said sure. I was wondering, can we do 170 and 145? Yes, bro. Look, we can do 70 and 45, bro. Look, what? Yeah, Tuesday. We'll get that worked out on Tuesday. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's go ahead and get into it real quick. Or we could run the connections. Do y'all want me to run the UFC Fight game real quick, or should we talk about, or go ahead and dive straight into UFC 324? What do y'all think? We could run the new connections, the new guest, the fighter, and all that real quick. But let me know. Let me know what we should do. Because I'm excited, bro. It's been 6 weeks, no UFC. We're finally back, bro. I feel like I haven't made a prediction video in forever. 324? Okay. I got you. I like it. Look, we'll save the connections and all that for later. All right. We're just going to talk about the main card. First of all, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davison Figueiredo. Actually, two things. First of all, it has no business being on the prelims. What are we doing? Look, we like Thug Rose, Natalia Silva. She's cool, right? Why is this on the main card? Number 2 versus number 6, sure. But we've got Umar Nurmagomedov, one of the best bantamweights in the world, against a former champion on the prelims. Why? Is this for equality purposes? Is that what we're actually doing right now? Like, there just has to be a women's fight on the main card. So Kayla Harrison and Nunes falls through, so you just have to replace it with a women's fight. Why? You have Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figgy, which is a great fight. It's a good fight on the main card. It's not like it's it's not like just ranked fighters you feel like you have to force on the main card. This is a big fight. If Umar wins this fight, he's fighting for the belt. And Umar, former title challenger. Figgy, former champion. But yeah, second of all, the odds are crazy, bro. The odds are absolutely crazy. I think Umar's going to win. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. I think Umar is very, very good. I think that Figgy does pose a very interesting threat against Umar. The jiu-jitsu background and the crazy power in his hands, because Umar is a good striker. I think Umar is the better striker. in this matchup. But the power that Figgy possesses, bro, he dropped Cheeto Vera, man. Who does that to Cheeto Vera? Even O'Malley couldn't drop Cheeto Vera, okay? Ryan, I appreciate you, my guy. With the 199, Patty and Justin were just talking crap to each other. I appreciate the donation, my guy. W Ryan facts. Yeah. I mean, press conferences, brother, not what they used to be. Look, I would love to see Conor McGregor come back for the sole purpose because I want to see a press conference with that man in it. Press conferences, they're just not the same, bro. We need something. We need something different. Hopefully, with the Paramount era, it sounds like they maybe tried to make this one run a little bit longer. But we need some change. We need some real change in the um in the press conferences, bro, because they're not good. They're not good. People try. John Silva's up there barking, trying to sell himself. They're just not good. They're not as entertaining as they used to be. It feels like there's fake beef all the time. I don't know, bro. It's just not the same. Dana White's checked out. He doesn't look like he really cares that much. He pulled up in a hoodie tonight. Looked like he was about to fall asleep. I don't know if I was the only one seeing that. But yeah, I didn't really get to watch it. I saw it for a second. But yeah, it doesn't sound like I missed anything. I literally hopped on the stream, and the top comment that I saw was literally said something like, "This is a lame press conference." So I was like, "Oh, cool." I think Umar's the best bantamweight other than the champ. Umar's good, man. He's good. People forget, man, Umar almost got knocked out by Mario Bautista. Facts. That is facts. And the thing is, Mario Bautista is very, very good. Actually, Mario versus Figgy would be a banger fight. That fight actually might have made more sense. This fight would have made sense before the Sandhagen fight. Like Figgy was on a streak. He was good, looking good at bantamweight division. Then he lost to Corey Sandhagen. Umar's only got a win since then. This fight doesn't really make too much sense right now. It should have either been Umar versus. It really should have been Umar versus either Yadong or O'Malley. But we know the UFC plays favorites. They want to shelter O'Malley in a sense, but it's still a great fight. Umar versus Figueiredo. I expect this fight to actually. I was about to say take place. A lot of it taking place on the feet, but I think it's going to start on the feet. Umar is going to be landing some kicks. I think he's going to feel the power of Figgy and shoot a takedown pretty quickly. Because, like I said, Umar's quick. Umar's got the kicks. He's going to try to hold the reach. Actually, only has 1-inch reach over Figgy. Kind of surprising there. But Umar, I think, is going to land some good shots. I don't think he should stay on the feet very long because Figueiredo can crack. And I'm going to be honest, Umar Nurmagomedov does not have the best striking defense. They just kissed, bro. What? Ryan, gang, what? All right, we're gonna ignore that. We need Strickland and McGregor on the same mic. Facts. See, if I was in charge of booking the if I could match make a UFC card, literally in my mind, obviously we want to put on the best fights, but at the same time, I'm trying to strategize who's going to be on the same card for the press conference. I want an entertaining press conference, bro. If I was building a card, I would put Strickland on there against somebody that's a good matchup. I would put somebody else like a Bryce Mitchell or a Conor McGregor all on the same card, not fighting each other, obviously, but on the same card to, get the press conference going crazy. I'm joking. One big overhand and it's night. Honestly, a Figgy KO is in play here. It is in play. Look, I think Umar is going to get the takedowns. I don't think he's going to have too much resistance on the takedowns. Umar, like I said, very good wrestler. Might not even said that, but he's a very good wrestler. Him and Marab are the best wrestlers in the division. I think he's going to get Figueiredo down. Figueiredo can't be content playing the guard game because I get it. He's a great grappler. He's got some great submissions. You're not going to submit Umar. I would be very surprised. If Umar got subbed by anybody, I would be very surprised. Okay. It's not that the sub's not in play. If Figueiredo wants to win, he's going to have to keep this fight standing. And I don't think that's something that he can do. It's up to Umar. Does Umar want to keep this fight standing or not? If Umar does want to play these games on the feet, I'm not saying he's dead meat or a fish out of water. He's a great striker. He can win the exchanges on the feet. However, that is putting himself at more risk against a guy like Figgy who has one hitter quitter power. He's not an elite striker whatsoever in Figgy, but we've seen Umar get cracked with a right overhand in particular multiple times. That seems to be Figgy's shot or a straight right. Jan out wrestled Marab. He did. Jan is a great wrestler too. He's a great counter wrestler. He's a great wrestler as well, but great counter wrestler, counter grappler. Jan's getting better. Jan's evolving, bro. Jan looks in that last fight, he looks unbeatable. But yeah, all I'm saying is the odds are crazy on this fight. I am going to pick Umar by a decision, 29-28. Figueiredo can definitely win this fight. I think Umar's great. He's not unbeatable. We've seen that. He's been beat before. Figueiredo coming off a knee injury. I don't think he's fought since then. So that's also a little bit of concern, but this fight's going to take place on the ground. I mean, and Umar's not going to go for no knee bar or anything like that. So Umar's going to win this fight 29-28. That's pretty much it. I think he's going to it really comes down to where Umar wants to fight. Does he want to fight standing up, or does he want to take this fight to the ground, every chance that he gets? And I think he should try to take the fight to the ground every chance that he gets, okay? Figueiredo is special. He has a special kind of power that some people thought would not translate from flyweight to bantamweight. It definitely has, okay? Figgy needs to tire Marab. Figgy needs to tire Marab and then throw heavy one, and KO Umar needs to keep the pressure. Umar needs to keep the pressure. Okay. I see what you're saying. Would have been 10 times better if Umar was on the press instead of on the press conference instead of the girls, because they literally just sat there and stared in the crowd. I'd ask like one question. I'm going on a run in 2026 to get WMA banned. Look, bro, I've actually had some like hate comments, or not really hate comments, but people telling me, bro, you're a casual, bro. Whatever names they threw out there, because I don't really like women's MMA. But like, bro, Tracy Cortez is not going to let you crack, bro. She's not going to let you crack for you saying that you like women's MMA. Just admit it. Women's MMA is horrible. I get it. There can be good fights. There can be, great displays of mixed martial arts. I get it. It sucks, though. As a whole, it sucks. It's horrible. Okay? There's absolutely no reason Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davison Figueiredo should not be on the main card. What are we doing? Why are we putting Natalia Silva, no disrespect, but why are we putting Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas on the main card over Umar versus Figueiredo, a former champion? Make it make sense. Okay? That was a lucky clip farmer right there. I might have to clip that up and throw it on TikTok, bro. But yeah, all right. Umar, I got Umar by decision. I am excited to see Atiba Godier. I've been working on the pronunciation. Atiba Godier, I think I'm saying that right, but that's a scary man. That is a scary man. Nikita Krylov. See, Nikita Krylov is like the perfect guy you want on the prelims. He's a ranked fighter. He's been in some big time fights. He's been on main card fights, but he's not main card worthy at this point in his career. He's coming off multiple KO losses and a long injury. So this is the type of fights you want on the prelims. Atiba Godier, great looking, very promising contender, or not contender. I guess prospect. Nikita Krylov, ranked fighter, who's not popular and on the decline. And then Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figgy should not be here, bro. The card's great, though. Don't get me wrong. Justin Gaethje versus Patty, great main event, although Arman Sarukian got robbed and absolutely should be fighting for the interim title. But that's a conversation for another day. O'Malley versus Yadong, phenomenal co-main. This was a phenomenal feature fight. One of probably the best feature fight I've ever seen. Unfortunately, Nunes and Harrison, actually, fortunately, I'm playing, but Nunes and Harrison fell through. O'Malley versus Yadong is strong enough to be in play for a co-main. I believe it's still only a 3-rounder. Yeah, it definitely is. But anyway, feature fight, Derek Lewis versus Where's Waldo Cortez Acosta. That's fine. That's a great feature fight as well. It works. But bro, why? Why do you have to ruin it? Why do you have to ruin it? Literally, if this was Umar Figgy right here, this would be a 9 out of 10 main card. This would be a 9 out of 10 main card if you replace this with Umar versus Figgy. Okay? Arnold Allen finally stepping foot back into the octagon. When's the last time this man fought? It's been a while. July of 24. Wow. Bro is already not active, but he's coming off a long layoff. I don't know if there was somebody inform me. Was Arnold Allen injured? Was he coming off an injury, or was bro just on vacation? Like, where has bro been? Fighting John Silva, coming off a nasty KO loss, but he should be good. Let's talk about this one. I cannot ever watch a Shevchenko fight again, ever. The only WMMA fight would be Harrison versus Nunes. Yeah. See, that's actually a serviceable women's fight. That's a fight that I'm not, losing sleep over, but that's a fight that I will actually watch. It's It's a fight I'll watch and be sort of intrigued by, I guess, because Nunes, the women's GOAT. Kayla Harrison is a beast. Maybe a little too buff, but she's great. The way Lee versus Shevchenko fight single-handedly make me hate women's MMA. Facts. People said it was going to be a war, and it was just Weili shadow boxing while Shevchenko was laying on top of her. Yeah. No, that's true. That's another fight that, like, I'm kind of a Weili fan. Like, I enjoy watching Weili fights, but then watching that's a fight I was like, kind of in the same boat as Nunes Harrison. I was like not excited for it, but I was like, I'll turn it on. Maybe Weili becomes double champ. She got dominated, and it was horrible. It was not entertaining at all. She didn't get touched up. She didn't get damaged. She got laid on. Okay, y'all complain about Hamzat laying on Dricus du Plessis. Try watching Shevchenko versus Weili. Okay, and that is a fight I actually don't recommend you watch that. Please don't. I would not wish that upon anybody. But okay, let's get into the actual main card opener: Arnold Allen versus Long John Silva. Okay, like I said, Arnold Allen coming off a long layoff. I don't know, still don't know if he was injured or what, but I think he had some sort of injury he was nursing. But here we go. Arnold Allen versus John Silva. The ring rust is in play here, bro. And the thing is, Arnold Allen, again, I need somebody to inform me. Was he actually injured? Because I need to know if that's not gonna sway my pick, but I'm curious. Can we do day 67 on stream? Look, I would if I could. I can't pull up the filter on stream on my computer. But I'm gonna post it right after we hopped off. Right after we hop off, I'm gonna record and post day 67. It's gonna be a shorter stream today. But yeah, I'm gonna record day 67 as soon as we hop off. But okay, Arnold Allen, Long John Silva. Arnold Allen, I think, has been underrated throughout his career. Let me look at the resume. Arnold Allen is a phenomenal athlete, man. He's a phenomenal fighter. Beat Giga Chikadze. Good win. Lost to Movsar Evloev. I believe this was a razor-thin fight. Evloev, obviously undefeated for a reason. Lost to Max Holloway. Obviously, no shame in losing to Max Holloway. That fight was, I don't think it was that competitive, but Allen had his moments for sure. Beat Calvin Kattar, good win, a decent win. Beat Dan Hooker. This was when Dan Hooker fought at 45, by the way. Beat Sadiq Yusuf. Okay, so he's beaten everybody. He's beaten everybody except for Holloway and Evloev. Everybody that he's fought, he's beaten them except for Movsar Evloev, who's undefeated and should be fighting for the belt, and Max Holloway, who is a former champion and potentially might be fighting for the lightweight title sometime soon. So I think Arnold Allen's very underrated. He's a great striker. Very, very fast. He's actually very quick, very fast for the featherweight division. He was injured. He tore his rotator cuff, and then he got surgery that went really bad and made it worse. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Tore his rotator cuff, bad surgery, bad recovery. That's not good. Oh, that's never good. But that's not swaying my pick either way. I'm going with John Silva anyway. I'm glad that you told me that, though. That makes me feel better about my pick. But Arnold Allen, very quick on the feet. I think he will be able to keep up with the speed of John Silva. John Silva seems to be faster and more powerful than everybody he's fought at 45. I think Arnold Allen will be able to compete and match the speed, but the power is not going to be close. I'm going with Long John Silva. I think Arnold Allen's one of the best strikers in the division. I think John Silva's better. I think John Silva's more powerful. I think he's sharper. He's more dangerous, more creative. Arnold Allen, man. John Silva has crazy power. And the thing is, John Silva just lost to Diego Lopez, but people just look at the result in the finish and don't realize that in round 2 in particular, I get it, John Silva ended up getting beat up in round 1, but in round 2 in particular, John Silva was on his way to finishing Diego Lopez. Now, I understand Diego Lopez has a granite chin. He's one of the most durable fighters in the UFC. But if you go rewatch round 2 in particular, again, we're not talking about round 1, but John Silva was rolling, landing right hands, landing body kicks, throwing elbows, throwing all kind of crazy stuff. He was actually landing clean, landing very, very clean on the chin of Diego Lopez, and Lopez was getting tagged. But like I said, Lopez is very, very durable, cannot get chinned apparently. John Silva was hitting him with his best shots that I think would have put Arnold Allen to sleep. I actually feel very confident they would have put anybody else in the division to sleep. Clean right hands, clean left hook. Arnold Allen has not been chinned, okay? He got close in the end of the Holloway fight, but he I don't know, man. It feels like he leaves his chin up there sometimes. I feel like he's chinny. I feel like he's low-key chinny. And the thing about John Silva is, like I said, he's one of the most powerful punchers at 45. And he's so clean and he's so accurate with it. I think John Silva might get Arnold Allen out of there. You know, John Silva's going to win this fight. I actually have no doubt about that. I don't see how Arnold Allen wins this fight except for a decision. Arnold Allen's not winning by KO. I think that Arnold Allen has good wrestling. He's got pretty decent grappling in general. John Silva's got better grappling, better takedown defense, better jiu-jitsu. I don't think this fight's going to go to the ground. I think it's going to take place on the feet for 90, probably 100% of the fight. So if we're looking at just striking, Arnold Allen, again, I think he can match the speed. I think he'll land some good 1-2, some good jabs, some good kicks in there, but John Silva's too powerful, bro. And the power is going to be the difference in this fight. Arnold Allen, you know, might land a 1-2, and John Silva comes back with just a 2. But that shot has more thud. That shot has more impact, and it's going to start swaying these rounds. John Silva could just have a full-on masterclass. I mean, Arnold Allen's been out of the cage for over a year and a half, coming off rotator cuff surgery is what I'm hearing. So unless John Silva's chin is somehow gone, which is not going to happen, John Silva's going to win this fight, bro. What am I saying? John Silva's going to win this fight. I think John Silva's going to TKO him, bro. I think John Silva's going to sit him down. Maybe he sits down Arnold Allen and follows it up with ground and pound and gets him out of there. Maybe he sits him down, Arnold Allen recovers, Silva puts him down again and finishes the fight. I actually feel extremely confident that John Silva's going to win this fight. Don't let the result of the Lopez fight fool you. I still personally feel like John Silva's the better fighter than Diego Lopez. I think he was just over cocky and was throwing too much. And then again, if the fight does go to the ground, I actually favor John Silva. I think he's too physical. I think he's slicker with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If it comes down to it and John Silva wants to lock in a submission, he can. I think he can. But yeah, John Silva's going to win this fight. It just depends on how. I don't know why John is trying to come back this quick. He needs some rest. It is a quick turnaround for sure, but he's ready to right that wrong, man. He wants to get back in the title picture. Silva needs to be humble. Even after the Diego fight, he tried to punch him. Yeah, I hated that, bro. Silva will catch him, put him flat on his back, and beat him up with punches. I think Allen's going to get bloodied up. Everybody that John Silva fights, their face they just get messed up. Do they not get messed up when they fight John Silva? Diego Lopez, swollen face. Drew Dober. Let's talk about Drew Dober. Was that the last No, that wasn't the last southpaw he fought. He fought Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell, cooked. John Silva rearranges your face, bro. That's what he's going to do to Arnold Allen. He's better everywhere, to be honest. He's really better everywhere. And the thing is, Arnold Allen is very, very good. He's very, very good, and John Silva's even that much better. That's what I think. Diego is the better fighter. You can make the argument, obviously. I mean, he beat him. I think John Silva. It's weird because, like, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but just because somebody beats somebody doesn't really mean I think that they're better. It's a stylistic thing because I think John Silva would beat Volkanovski. Like, if you drop John Silva in the fight against Volkanovski when Volk and Diego fought, I think John Silva wins that fight. But Diego loses that fight. This is how MMA math is weird. But Diego just beat John Silva. It's a stylistic thing because Diego, one of the most durable fighters in the UFC. Volkanovski is not. Okay? Anyway, let's move on with this one. I'm going to go John Silva with dude, I could see a sub. I'm not going to go sub, though. I'm going to go John Silva with a TKO finish round 2. I'm going to go round 2. I thought about round 3. I'm going to go round 2. I think round 1 might start off a little bit competitive. I think John Silva is going to completely I think at the end of round 1, all of the momentum will be with Long John Silva. Okay, I think he's going to start taking over late round 1, carry that into round 2, and find a finish, okay? We're not talking about this fight, bro. I don't have any words to say about this fight, bro, except for it should not be here. And Rose is my favorite women's fighter. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, this is the toughest one to me. This is the toughest one to me. It always is tough with Derek Lewis. Heavyweight in general. Arnold Allen is smacking. I mean, hey, if Arnold Allen does beat Silva, I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised. I would be very surprised, and that's not a knock on Arnold Allen. I like Arnold Allen. I feel like I give Arnold Allen more credit than a lot of people do. But Silva about to knock out Arnold Allen, I think he might. I think he might. I think he's going to redeem himself. He's going to go on a run again, might win 2 more fights, and then be back in the title picture. But yeah, I tuned into the live stream just for a minute on the press conference, and like Silva does not have the same hype that he did. You can tell. You can tell he does not have the same hype that he did prior to the Lopez fight. Oh my gosh, our stream cut? Are we back? It says the stream cut out, but we're back, I think. Is that what you wanted me to read, Ryan? Is that what you wanted me to read? Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, brother. All right, whatever. Press conference was kind of dead. All right, we're back. We're back. Bet. Cousin Gamrot Wi-Fi. Did it cut for y'all? It cut out? All right, bet. All right, we're back. Derek Lewis versus where's Waldo Cortez Acosta. I'm curious. I bet you the majority of the people, I can tell by the odds, I'm sure the majority of the people are going to be on Waldo Cortez Acosta, and he really is the better fighter. I'm going to be honest, bro. Heavyweight, like, there's no, not all the time, but for the most part, there's no real reason to go on a whole rampage trying to break down heavyweight fights, bro, because, you can do all this research. You can be a fan of mixed martial arts. You can really study mixed martial arts for years, decades even. And you still cannot, you're not going to be right in the heavyweight division, okay? For the most part, they're all blobs who have knockout power, who are below average in wrestling and everywhere else, below average cardio. That's just what it is. But I will say, Waldo's not a blob, okay? Waldo, great boxer, actually really good boxer for the heavyweight division. Also, he's actually better than Derek Lewis everywhere. If I'm going to be honest, I think Acosta is a better striker than Derek Lewis. Now, he doesn't have the power of Derek Lewis, but he does have great power. Like I said, every heavyweight can knock you out and put you unconscious. Heavyweights are hard to pick. Cortez Acosta is also the better wrestler / grappler than Derek Lewis. Could Waldo Cortez Acosta take this fight to the ground and smudge it up? Maybe even get a TKO ground and pound finish? Yes, he could. Could he submit Derek Lewis? Yes. We've seen Derek Lewis get submitted before. We've seen him get knocked out before. We've seen Derek Lewis lose to all types of fighters before. Anybody that's elite, they usually beat Derek Lewis. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Derek Lewis is in shape. All of a sudden, Derek Lewis has been using peptides. Now, I wasn't even familiar with what that was. I had to do a quick Google search. What is peptides? Because when I first heard of that, I thought it was some sort of not steroids, but some sort of steroid therapy thing. It's amino acids, okay? In other words, Derek Lewis is getting leaner. He's building muscle. Derek Lewis is not Tubby D-Lou anymore. I'm picking Derek Lewis, bro. I'm picking Derek Lewis to win this fight. And you know what? My explanation is literally because they're heavyweights. I know that's lame, bro. I'm literally picking a fluke KO from Derek Lewis. He's actually in crazy shape. Now, Aldo Cortez Acosta. Oh my gosh. Where's Waldo Cortez Acosta is the better fighter. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm picking Derek Lewis based on vibes. The Derek Lewis title run starts now. The last time I felt sort of like this, where I felt the fighter was better, was Talishan Teixeira. Now, Teixeira was not nearly as experienced as Waldo, but it felt like this. It felt like Teixeira should win the fight, right? I think Cortez Acosta, great counter striker, Really good for the heavyweight division in particular. Great boxer. But Derek Lewis is just Derek Lewis, bro. Like, you actually just cannot pick a Derek Lewis fight. Fights that he's supposed to win, he loses. Fights that he's supposed to lose, he wins. This is one of those where he shouldn't win. I'm going to be honest, he shouldn't win. Cortez Acosta has been able to survive power punchers before. He survived and beat Pavlovich, but it's weird. It's funny, actually, because Pavlovich beat Derek Lewis. But, like, I feel more confident in Derek Lewis. Does that make sense? Especially knowing what I know about Pavlovich now. I feel more confident in Derek Lewis beating Waldo than I would against Pavlovich versus Waldo. This is an interesting fight, bro. Derek Lewis by overhand right that nicks the chin of Acosta and knocks him out cold. Yeah, I love that. I'm going Derek Lewis by KO, bro. See, the thing is, Waldo could go in there and make it look easy. He could land a quick 1-2 or slip counter, a little pull counter, and knock out Derek Lewis. He could go in there and take him down, submit him. The more that I'm talking about it, I probably definitely should be picking Waldo. Running through these scenarios in my head. Derek Lewis could be swinging these big overhands that are not very calculated, and Waldo could just hit him with the counter and sit him down. Dang, Waldo's probably gonna win, bro. We're going with D-Lu, though. We're going with D-Lu on vibes, bro. We're going with D-Lu on vibes, bro. Why not? I picked against Derek Lewis last time, and he proved me wrong. Derek Lewis, man, like, I know Derek Lewis is like, how old is he? 40, 41? Derek Lewis is 43 and a half, guys. I don't know how old he is, but I'm telling you, bro, like, this is not advice whatsoever. But when I think Derek Lewis is going to lose, he wins. And that's literally all I'm going off of. Has Waldo lost in the UFC? I think he has. He's got 2 losses on the record. Wait, why did I think? Wait. I thought he beat Pavlovich. Am I tripping? Wait, I'm tripping. I thought he beat Pavlovich by decision. Okay, he lost to Pavlovich by decision. Okay. Wow. Okay, yeah, we're going with D-Lu, bro. We're going with D-Lu. Why did I think he beat Pavlovich by decision? What card was this? Was this the China card? I don't even know. Okay. Take back what I said about the Pavlovich situation. If you're losing to Pavlovich by decision, bro. I didn't even watch that fight. Now I'm thinking on it. Derek Lewis is going to knock him out, bro. I'm going with Derek Lewis. Give me the underdog. Give me Derek Lewis based on vibes, bro. Derek Lewis looks like he's in shape. I think we're going to be unlocking a new mythical fighter at UFC 324, the Paramount exclusive Derek Lewis. That's what I'm going for. Pavlovich isn't even a bad loss. No, it's not. It's not. But like I said, if the fight was happening today, I would feel more confident that Derek Lewis was going to beat Waldo than Pavlovich beating Waldo. Okay, he's 51. Oh my gosh. Picking off vibes is valid. Facts, bro. See, sometimes in the UFC, bro, mixed martial arts in general, you can do, like I said earlier, you can do all the breakdowns, you can do all your research, you can be a hardcore fan, whatever. You can really break things down as technical as you want, the small, minute details, man, watching film and all this. But sometimes it just doesn't matter. Sometimes it literally just doesn't matter. All that goes out the window because Derek Lewis is going to win by KO, okay? Lewis has much more power than Pavlovich. I don't know if I'd say that. Pavlovich does have crazy power, but I'll say this. I feel like and Pavlovich just puts so much aggression into his shots when he wants to. When he was really on that win streak, he was just throwing with ruthless aggression, bro. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on, bro. Let's go ahead and move on. So right now, give me Umar by decision. Give me Silva by KO. Give me Derek Lewis by KO. All right, moving up to the co-main event. Sugar Sean O'Malley is back. Derek still finishes asking, like, that's crazy. Pavlovich was landing clean on Waldo, and if Lewis can land clean like that, he knocks out Waldo. Okay, I actually just realized I did not watch that fight because that would have been at like 5 a.m. my time or something like that. So yeah, I remember that now. I remember it now because that would have been, if I'm not mistaken, that was Johnny Walker versus Oh, what's his freaking name? Zhang Minyang. Minyang's however you say it. But yeah, Pavlovich changed. He's not the same anymore. Yeah. I think he low-key lost some confidence too. All right. O'Malley walks him down 30-27. I like it. I like it. Okay, Sugar Sean O'Malley back in action after the 2 fights, 2 losses to Marab. Right? Yeah, he didn't have a fight since then. Right. He didn't have a fight in between, did he? Yeah, yeah, the undeserved title shot. Okay, Sean O'Malley coming off the loss to Marab. Yeah. Here's the thing, bro. Quick little breakdown. We're gonna go in detail too, but quick little breakdown. Sean O'Malley's just better than Song Yadong. He just is. Hey, Ryan. Ryan with the 199 again. I appreciate you, my guy. Who you got the African guy? Who you got for the African guy? Forgot his name. The African guy. Oh, the Cameroonian? Atiba Godier? Is this who you're talking about? Isn't he from Cameroon? Atiba Godier is going to continue to knock people out, bro. He's a specimen. Look at the arms. 81-inch reach. Crazy power. Have not seen his ground game tested. Don't even know much about this guy, to be honest with you, but Atiba Godier is going to win by KO. I appreciate the donation, man. W. Ryan, per usual. Okay. O'Malley's going to win this fight, bro. O'Malley's going to win this fight. Don't let the Marab performances fool you. And the thing about this, I've said this multiple times, the rematch against Marab, O'Malley looked good. And I know you're thinking, you're probably wanting to click off the video, bro. You're thinking, what? He didn't even win a round. But the changes, the preparations that I saw from O'Malley is exactly what I thought that he should have done. The changes that I thought he should have made. Okay? And it still was not enough. And I even said, look, y'all know I picked Sean O'Malley to beat Marab in the rematch. He basically did everything I said. But here's one thing. I said unless Marab Dvalishvili has somehow gained some submissions in his back pocket, in his arsenal, he's not finishing O'Malley, and O'Malley's going to have to get back up to his feet if he wants to win this fight. That did not happen, and Marab ended up pulling off some Darce choke / ninja choke / inverted Ezekiel something, but it put O'Malley out, bro. But okay, O'Malley versus Song Yadong. O'Malley, the long rangy sniper. This fight's going to take place on the feet. The thing is, Yadong might end up shooting some takedowns because I think O'Malley's going to frustrate him on the feet using this range. He's got what's the math on that? 5-inch reach advantage. O'Malley's going to be getting the better of Song Yadong on the feet. Does Song Yadong stand any chance on the feet? Yes, he does. Song Yadong is a great striker. Song Yadong is like the best comparison, he actually fought Corey Sandhagen and lost, so I guess that's the best comparison for Yadong. And O'Malley's I think he's a better fighter than Sandhagen, honestly. Personally, I think he's a better overall fighter than Sandhagen. Striker for sure. You can argue the grappling, obviously. But that's the best comparison. And the best comparison between O'Malley and Yadong would be O'Malley versus Yan. And I know the judges' scorecards were very questionable, but O'Malley did beat Yan and had very, very great success on the feet. But here's the thing. Song Yadong is not as good as Petr Yan in any aspect of his game, except he has more power. But he's not even close. We saw their fight. They actually fought. Yan won 29-28. Downloading data round 1, bro, like he does. Petr Yan was obviously the better striker, obviously the better fighter in that fight. So, are we looking at O'Malley versus a washed down Petr Yan? That's kind of what I'm seeing. Yadong, I think he will shoot 1 or 2 takedowns on O'Malley, maybe even gets him down. I don't trust the top control from Yadong. I don't trust the jiu-jitsu of Yadong. I trust O'Malley's been working. O'Malley's been working these camps for Marab twice now. He's been training, getting taken down, getting back up to his feet, stuffing takedowns forever. He's not worried about Yadong's wrestling. And if Yadong does get in on the hips and get the takedown, Sean O'Malley's getting back up. He's not getting finished down there. Song Yadong, not known for ground and pound, not known for his submissions. Another highlight reel knockout for Sean. So, yeah, this fight's going to take place on the feet. Again, I think Yadong could steal a round maybe on the scorecards with a takedown to try to, maybe it's a close round. Maybe Sean O'Malley's landing the jab. O'Malley's going to piece him up on the feet, bro. O'Malley's not going to lose a round, actually. I don't think O'Malley's going to lose a round. If he does lose a round, it's because he got taken down and Yadong did nothing with it, and that swayed the judges. But Sean O'Malley is going to style on Song Yadong. He's got to be wary of the power because Song Yadong does have pop. He can hit. He's the Kung Fu kid, I think. Right? Yeah. But O'Malley's going to be piecing him up with a jab. I expect the front kicks, the teeps up the middle. Gonna find a lot of success. He's gonna be setting traps, trying to get Yadong to enter. I honestly could see a pull too, like he did against Aljo. Song Yadong, I think he's gonna get frustrated, bro. Sean, I keep getting their names. Sean Yadong, okay, Song O'Malley, but O'Malley's gonna frustrate him with the jab. He's gonna frustrate him with the length. I think Yadong's going to get flustered and start to overthrow, start to reach, start to wind up and reach for O'Malley's chin. And I think that's when he's going to get caught. I think he's going to get caught with something. Now, I don't know if O'Malley's going to put him out because Yadong has never been knocked out before. But there's a first for everything. There's a first for everything, man. I could see, look, the thing about O'Malley is he needs this. He actually needs not just a win, but he needs a knockout. He needs a flawless performance against a guy like Yadong who's ranked number 7, I think. Oh, wow, he's number 5. I actually didn't know Song Yadong was in the top 5, but O'Malley needs a KO, bro. And he's gonna sort of be hunting for a KO because he knows he needs a KO. Now, I don't know if that's gonna lead to his downfall, but O'Malley's gonna win this fight. I have no doubt in my mind that O'Malley wins this fight. It's just how. Is it going to be a domination decision, or is it going to be the highlight reel KO? And I think Sean O'Malley might finish him, though. I think O'Malley's going to finish him. Song gets hit, man. Song is not, he's good offensively. He's not the best defensively. Sean's shoulders are frying you. What's bro doing? When you finishing school? I should be finished up in the summer, bro. I should be finished up in the summer. Sean's grappling is underrated. I absolutely agree, Owen. I absolutely agree. It is underrated. People are looking at the Merab fight like Merab's not one of the best grapplers we've ever seen. But yeah, O'Malley, I think he will get taken down at some point in this fight. Here's how I think it's going to play out. The fight's going to start. O'Malley's going to immediately, touch him up with the jab, leg kicks, teeps. I think the teeps are going to be huge in this fight. And I think this is what's going to happen. O'Malley's going to kind of style on him in round 1. I don't think he's going to KO him in round 1. I think he's going to start tagging him up. Effortless shots, just, kind of flowing in there. He's going to land something. He's not going to rock Yadong, but he's going to hit him with the right hand that kind of stuns him for a second. They're going to go back to the corner. O'Malley's going to be up 1-0. Song's coaches are going to start telling him you need to shoot. Okay? So Sean's going to get going again, popping the jab. Round 2, Song Yadong's going to end up shooting a takedown. He's going to get in on the hips. And I think he might actually get a takedown in round 2. O'Malley fans around the world are going to be rolling their eyes saying, oh my gosh, here we go. We got to sit through this again. It's over. O'Malley's cooked. His wrestling sucks. But O'Malley's going to be on the ground for about 30 seconds, and he's going to work back up to his feet. Maybe work back up to the cage. Song Yadong's kind of stalling on the cage a little bit, trying to land some clinch strikes. Maybe it's even enough to sway the judges to give him round 2. And O'Malley's going to get back to work, not going to get taken down again. If he does, he's going to get right back up to his feet, and he's going to go to work on the pressure, teeps, 1-2. Song's going to get frustrated with the jab and the reach and the length. And Song Yadong's going to overcommit. He's going to overthrow with the power shot, trying to win the fight, maybe even yell at him. And O'Malley's going to catch him with a pull right hand. A pull 2, man. He's going to put him down, and I think he's going to follow up with ground and pound and finish the fight. I was really planning, and going in today, I was planning on going with O'Malley by decision, which feels great. It feels good. But I think O'Malley needs a KO, so I'm going to go with the plot armor and the fact that O'Malley does need a KO. Paramount, come on, bro. What am I thinking? Paramount plus his first UFC card, and O'Malley's not getting a finish yet, right? Give me O'Malley by KO. I'll say round 2 as well. Maybe late round 2. Depends on when Song Yadong tries to shoot. Round 2 or 3. I'll say a late KO from O'Malley. I'll say late. I don't think it's gonna be in round 1. I'd be surprised. but that would actually be great for him. If O'Malley gets a round 1 KO, look, I'm not saying this is what we need, but I would not be surprised if we're seeing UFC White House O'Malley versus Jan too. Okay, that's what's gonna happen if he gets a round 1 KO. Bro knows the script. Yeah. Hey, Dana and Hunter, they sent me the script already. All right. All right. The main event of the evening: Justin Gaethje versus Patty the Batilon. Ugh. All right, Patty Pimblett, Justin Gaethje. Actually, before we talk about this, I'm gonna send a poll. I'm actually curious. It feels like the internet split on this one. It feels like the internet. Why is Patty saying like that? I don't know, bro. Did y'all see him on the first, like, it was like the Paramount face off? Did y'all see Patty? I'm about to send a poll. I want to know who y'all got. Actually, I'm curious. Because this is actually a close fight. I'm gonna send a poll. Y'all vote real quick. I'm curious. Our boy Rufus Gaethje will win this fight, then beat Ilya, then beat Islam, then beat Hamzat. Guarantee. What is Patty's posture? I don't know. Patty needs spine surgery. Facts. I know the script. Round 1, Yadong is pressure. O'Malley pops the jab and strikes well on the back foot. Round 2, Yadong overextends, but gets the takedown. Sean scrambles up and gets the TKO. I like that, Emmett. I like that. I like that. We're 50-50 right now. Justin Gaethje. Bro, I've really said Justin Gaethje in some videos as a joke. And, like, it's not even, like, purposeful rage bait. I'm just kind of, like, having fun. And people get pissed, especially on TikTok. People are like, bro, it's not Gaethje, bro. It's pronounced Gaethje. It's funny. It's funny. Constantinos, what's good? What's good? Okay, 53% on Gaethje. That's right. That's good. That's good. Okay. This is one of those fights, man, that when it first got announced, I really thought that I was like, you know what? It's a no-brainer. Patty Pimblett's going to win this fight. And I still believe that, okay? I'm still picking Patty Pimblett. I see the chat's 50-50. But when it was first announced, I was like, okay, yeah, Patty's going to sub him. He's got the plot armor. Gaethje's on the decline. He just is. And then I started thinking, I started watching some Patty fights. Like, Patty's getting better. He is getting better every fight and proving everybody wrong. But I'm watching that Chandler fight, and, like, Patty striking is awful. It's not good. Like, he has his moments, okay? He's used to being that brawler, just getting you out of there, overwhelming you somehow. See, this is Patty's OP with his chin, bro. And he cannot continue to rely on his chin and not being knocked out, because when you fight a guy like Gaethje, he's gonna find your chin, and Gaethje doesn't just like put people to sleep necessarily, but he can and he has. But that's not like a usual thing. But anyway, Patty had some good counters against Chandler, and Chandler's not even a good striker. But Patty had a great, I'm thinking of the knee that he landed. You know, Chandler kind of ducked down and Patty timed a beautiful knee. That was great. But before that, Patty was kind of circling around the octagon on the back foot. He landed a couple good shots here and there. But Patty's not good on the feet, bro. This is such a funny fight because Patty is bad. Okay. I'm not gonna say he's decent. He's bad. Unless maybe Patty goes out here and looks like Ilya Taporia and just looks like he's really sharpened, crisp boxing, goes in there, boxes the bloody head off Justin Gaethje. But Patty's striking in general is not good. Okay. But you go on the other side and look at Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje's a phenomenal striker. Miles ahead of Patty on the feet. But then you look at Gaethje's grappling. And in comparison, Patty Pimblett is miles ahead of Justin Gaethje on the mat. And I know what y'all are thinking. I know what somebody's thinking right now. Gaethje's a state champion wrestler. Everybody that is in the UFC has some sort of background in something, okay? It doesn't work like that. First of all, Justin Gaethje has not wrestled in how long? Second of all, who's a good example? Not DC. DC's worked well. Like a Henry Cejudo, okay? Henry Cejudo is he's an Olympic wrestler. Why did he just get out wrestled by Talbot then? Okay? If you're an Olympic wrestler, why are you not ragdolling Peyton Talbot, who does not have anywhere near that wrestling experience? Okay? When was the last time Gaethje used his wrestling background? Exactly. People always say this, well, or Joe Rogan says this, Gaethje really can wrestle. He just chooses not to. Can he though? I mean, he has good takedown defense. It's not elite. It's not elite, but Gaethje, man, his last outing against Rafael Fiziev, which I'm gonna be honest, if you're gonna be fighting for the belt in 2026, you got to be finishing Rafael Fiziev, and it really shouldn't be that competitive. Rafael Fiziev is decent. He's not great. Justin Gaethje took him to a 29-28 decision. Okay, Justin Gaethje got put in a mounted reverse triangle, inverted triangle, whatever you want to call it. He had butt to the face. Justin Gaethje had butt to the face for 2 minutes or something. Okay, nose right in the crack. That's what we were witnessing at UFC. What was it? 313. Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. How are you letting Fiziev? Fiziev is actually a good grappler. Don't get me wrong. How are you getting butt to the dome in round one by Rafael Fiziev? What is Patty going to do to you? Okay, I think he got taken down twice by Rafael Fiziev. And here's the thing: Paddy Pimblett still has not really impressed me with his wrestling, in particular. Like if you look at the Chandler fight, he didn't really land a takedown on Chandler. I don't think he landed a takedown on Chandler at all, actually. Chandler ended up shooting his own takedown, kind of picking up, tossing Paddy Pimblett around, was having success with his own wrestling. And then Chandler, in typical Michael Chandler fashion, made a mistake. He slams down Paddy Pimblett and somehow ends up on his back. Typical Michael Chandler. That's like the same thing that happened with Gaethje versus Chandler. Chandler picks him up, slams him, Gaethje rolls through, ends up on top. I'm saying all that to say, bro. Patty does not have great entries, but Patty's going to get this fight to the ground one way or another. And the thing is, when Gaethje is on the mats, he is an actual fish out of water. Paddy Pimblett is bad on the feet, but he's not a fish out of water on the feet. Like he can hold his own, and he's got a granite chin. However, when you look at Justin Gaethje on his back is a fish out of water, waiting to be submit me. Just saying, submit me, gang. Submit me. Paddy Pimblett is also one of the best grapplers in the UFC right now. He took Chandler down after the knee. Okay, I knew he landed the knee. Okay, it took him to really wobble Michael Chandler to get him down. Okay, he had hurt him on the feet before he got him down. Okay, so I don't think he got him down before that. He has decent wrestling, but no jiu-jitsu. Yeah, Rufus isn't called gay cheese for no reason. Justin Gaethje was wiping the floor with Tony. Patty went to a decision with 6-something losing streak for Tony Ferguson. Yeah, but Patty's also gotten a lot better since then. And Justin Gaethje do we think Justin Gaethje's as good as he was when he fought Tony? That's the question. Prime Tony too. Okay, but Justin Gaethje is now how many years ago was that? Justin Gaethje is what, 36, 37? And the thing is, Justin Gaethje actually he changed his style a little bit after the would it have been the Charles fight? I think after the Charles fight, he kind of calmed down. He wasn't this reckless Justin Gaethje anymore. He was more calm, collected, and more of a oh my gosh, I almost said dedicated. What's the word? Calculated. More of a calculated striker, okay? Justin's too emotional this fight. What you mean? Actually, somebody fill me in. What's going on with Justin? What's going on with Justin? Why is he emotional? Is it because he knows the end is coming? Not close 4 or 5 years ago? Yeah. What do y'all mean? Maybe I missed something. I don't know. But yeah, I've seen the staff or whatever's on his neck. I think we should be good though. I hope. Please don't pull out, bro. But yeah, I'm saying all this to say, I think this is going to be an actual war. I don't think it's going to be one-sided whatsoever. I think Justin Gaethje is going to land some good shots on Patty. And you know what? Is there a world where Gaethje beats Patty? Yes, of course. Justin Gaethje is past his prime, but he's actually still very tough out. He's still very, very good. He really shouldn't be in this position, if I'm being honest. This should be Armin versus Patty. He's been complaining about fighter pay. Oh, wow. Well, he's also inactive. So why are we complaining about fighter pay when you're not fighting? Okay, if you need more money, fight more. I know it's easy me saying that sitting in the comfort of my own home, but if you're worried about the money, fight more than one set. Last time he fought was 313, which would have been March of last year. So if we're worried about fighter pay, let's fight some more, man. He's about to retire. Maybe that's why he's emotional. Maybe, yeah, it probably is. It probably is. He was looking for things to trash Patty for. I think that he knows he's. I think it sounds to me like he knows what the situation is. He knows that he's fighting an up and comer. Gaethje's the old vet who's on his way out. He realizes that. He's not dumb. He realizes that. He's been KO'd recently. He's on a one fight win streak over here talking about I should be fighting Ilya Topuria, whatever. He knows he's on his way out fighting an up and comer Paddy Pimblett. He knows the UFC wants Paddy to win. But yeah, the emotional stuff, man. I haven't really looked into it or seen it, but yeah, that's kind of I'd be a little concerned if I was Team Gaethje. But maybe he really is concerned about the whatever's going on with his neck. I don't know. I'm just speculating, okay? You should watch his interview with DC. He told DC to stop lying about money. Wow. Armin versus Patty would have been two one-sided, man. I really enjoy this matchup though. I think Armin versus Patty would have been very, very interesting. Also, the build up, the bad blood would have been crazy. It would have been crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and end this poll. 54% on Patty. I think that's about right. I seen the line. Oh, it's actually closer than I thought it was gonna be. This is about right. I think this is about right. All in all, I think Gaethje's gonna actually land some really good shots on the feet. I think Patty will have his moments as well. Patty's got some pretty good leg kicks himself. This is tough, man. I think Gaethje's gonna be winning the early part of this fight. And I think that Patty's gonna end up getting on a takedown. I think he's gonna get the fight to the ground. Maybe Gaethje might show great takedown defense stuff, one or two of the first shots. I think Patty's gonna get this fight to the ground. I think he's gonna jump on his back in typical Justin Gaethje fashion, getting choked out in a title fight. It's hard for me to pick somebody when they're so. I get it. He's a mixed martial artist. He's a professional mixed martial artist. But let me use this. It's hard for me to pick somebody when they're so clueless on the ground, when they're so inexperienced or so. They're going to look like a rookie. He's going to look like a rookie on the ground compared to Paddy Pimblett. Does that make sense? He's going to look like he doesn't belong there. It's going to look like a black belt versus a blue belt. I don't even know what belt Gaethje is. He probably is a black belt for all I know. But Paddy, bro, Paddy's going to twist him up into a pretzel, bro. That's what I think. I think this is going to be a war. I think it is going to be a competitive fight. I think Gaethje's actually going to win, might win 2 rounds. Paddy might need to, kind of rally for a comeback in this. The longer the fight goes, the harder it is going to be to lock up a choke with them being bloody and sweaty and all that. But Paddy Pimblett continues to impress us. Kind of relying on Paddy's chin here. Like he says, he's a scouser. He can't get knocked out. I'm really relying on the plot armor, bro. We're relying on the plot armor, and I hope that Paddy wins, not because I don't like Gaethje. I do like Gaethje. But the UFC needs Paddy to win, bro. I'm just going to be completely honest. The UFC needs Paddy to win because the UFC needs a super fight for 2026. And that super fight is Paddy versus Ilya. It just is. That's what the UFC needs. Paddy Pimblett has a lot of pressure on him, honestly. Dana White desperately does want Paddy to win. Again, if Gaethje wins, it's not the end of the world because Gaethje's a very fun fighter. He's a fan favorite. A lot of people know Gaethje. So if Gaethje does win, we can run Gaethje Ilya. I'm saying we. I'm saying we like I own the UFC. But Justin Gaethje, if he does beat Paddy Pimblett, we can run Gaethje versus Ilya at the White House and be okay. We can be okay. It's still going to have plenty of eyes. It's still going to have a lot of hype. The only problem is Dana knows that Gaethje is either going to lose this fight and be done. Well, Gaethje claims he's fighting at the White House, regardless if he wins or loses. But it's either Gaethje wins this and gets colded by Ilya and then retires, or Gaethje loses this and then fights one more fun fight and then retires. So that's probably why he's getting emotional. I think he's getting emotional because he knows it's the end. Although or on top of the fact that maybe he's a little bit nervous of his staff or whatever infection's going on. Do guess the fighter's blurry? We can run one of those real quick. But yeah, we're about to get out of here. I'm gonna go with Patty Pimblett with a submission win, bro. Picking rounds is just so hard. I think Patty's gonna lock up a sub though. Um, let's get specific. Actually, what submission is Patty gonna lock up? What submission is Patty going to lock up? Um, I honestly, how I wanted to throw out a triangle, but the only way he's gonna get his triangle is if he does what Habib did and starts a mounted triangle and kind of rolls through. Um, I mean, it feels like rear naked choke. It feels like rear naked choke. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I don't see him getting an armbar. I don't see him getting a Americana, Kimura, nothing like that. I don't really see a joint submission in general. I see him getting a choke. I don't see a guillotine. I think either rear naked or triangle. Patty has I mean, Patty will get a triangle if it's off a scramble. If it's off some sort of takedown and Gaethje's trying to scramble, maybe. But I'm gonna go Patty Pimblett by rear naked choke, man. I think he's gonna find a way to get to the back. I think he's that crafty, that slick. Um, so yeah, give me Patty Pimblett via rear naked choke submission. I think this fight, I think this fight is gonna be sort of a war. I think it's gonna get good. So give me Patty Pimblett with like a round 4, bro. I think this might go into the championship rounds. I think it could. But yeah, I think Gaethje's gonna have a lot of success on the feet, man. I think he is. You know, that's the casual way to put it. Gaethje's gonna have success on the feet, but he can't get taken down, bro. That's really what it is. Maybe that's what the casuals say. That's the truth. Gaethje's miles ahead on the feet. Patty's miles ahead on the ground. Bruce, what's going on, man? What's going on? I forgot to start the freaking TikTok live. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. Well, we're about to get out of here now. We're about to get out of here now. Rear naked choke. I say arm triangle. Ooh, okay. I actually could see that. I actually could see an arm triangle. Patty setting it up. Honestly, Patty, I think a Patty TKO stoppage could be in play. I think Justin's very tough though. I think that somehow Patty's gonna end. This is what's gonna happen, bro. Oh my gosh, I just got the script. I just got the script, okay? We're looking at middle rounds 2, 3, 4, something like that. Patty gets a takedown, ends up sliding into mount. He's landing some vicious ground and pound. He's landing some good elbows on Gaethje. He's still in the mount. Gaethje's having to cover up. Oh my gosh, the ref might step in and stop this thing, bro. Patty's landing some good shots. Gaethje's got to do something. Oh no, Gaethje rolls to his stomach. Patty now has the back. Oh, Patty's gonna flatten him out. Patty's landing some big shots. Patty's got the choke. Patty's got the rear naked choke. What am I doing? I just ran the whole simulation in my head, bro. I just did the whole simulation in my head. That's what's going to happen. Patty's going to be landing some good ground and pound and find the choke. That's what I'm going to say, bro. That's what I'm going to say. All right, give me Patty by submission, man. We're going to run through these again before we get out of here. Hey, what's up, Cody? You didn't start the TikTok live, by the way. Oh. Appreciate it. Patty doesn't have defense. He will eat the punch. Do guess the fighter's blurry. When are you going live again? Tuesdays and Thursdays. We were Tuesday, Friday. We're doing Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30 Eastern time. But yeah, when you do guess the fighter with face swap Dumarab, I want to see the big nose. I got you. Justin is gazing at a new future, a rainbow future, raining belts, sitting on the bow of a yacht. Thank you, Emmett. Thank you. Do guess the fighter blurry. All right, we'll do one. We'll do one of them. All right. Let me pull up one. Oh my gosh. We'll run one. Okay, for bands. We'll run it for bands. Guess the fighter by the emoji. Okay. Wait, what'd you say? No, you said guess the fighter from the picture. Easy money. I'll let y'all see it. Easy money. Easy money. Come on, bro. You might know me on the Discord as the Skull. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's classic. Fight did. Good old fight day. What are we thinking here? What are we thinking here, guys? Easy. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. All right, we're finna get out of here for real. Let me go ahead and run through the predictions one more time. I got Patty Pimblett by submission. O'Malley versus Yadong. Feel pretty confident in this one. O'Malley's going to get it done. I was going to say decision when I started the live stream, but I think O'Malley needs a KO. I think O'Malley really needs the KO. So I'm going to ride the Paramount plot armor. Give me O'Malley by knockout. Cortez Acosta versus, dang. This is a fight that Waldo absolutely should win, but we're going Derek Lewis on vibes, bro. We're going Derek Lewis on vibes. Give me Derek Lewis with a fluke knockout, okay? Again, y'all know my stance on this fight. No reason, don't get me worked up again. No reason this should be on the main card when you have Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davis Figueiredo. I would rather this fight be on the main card. Atiba Godier versus somebody I don't even know. I would rather this on the main card than Thug Rose versus Natalia Silva. It's not sexist. That's not sexist, by the way, okay? So we got Lewis, O'Malley, Pimblett. I got Jean Silva by knockout as well. Picking a lot of finishes on this card, bro. Maybe it's an O'Malley submission then. I mean, not submission. Oh my gosh, decision. Maybe it's decision. But to give me Umar by decision against Davis and Figueiredo. I think this will be a really good fight too. Could be. No, it's not. It's not going to be a good fight. It's 29-28 Umar. Could see 30-27. I think it will be like a close 30-27 if that's the case, but Figgy KO could be in play here. Give me Atiba Godier, another impressive knockout. So give me Umar, Silva, Lewis, O'Malley, Patty. This is like the perfect card. If all of this happens, I'll actually be really happy because I want Patty to win for the plot, for the UFC, for Patty versus Ilya. I want O'Malley back in the win column. Life is better when O'Malley's winning. I obviously want Derek Lewis to win. I think Jean Silva winning is better for the sport and better for the entertainment aspect of the featherweight division. I think there's more intriguing matchups with Silva over Allen, and Umar winning I think is also better. If Umar wins, he should fight for the belt next. It should be Umar versus Jan, but I have a sneaky feeling O'Malley might jump him again. We'll see what they do, man. We'll see what they do. That's going to be it, guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. There are my official main card predictions, plus Umar, who should be on the main card. For UFC 324, I cannot wait. Paramount, the Paramount Plus deal is finally here. I don't have to pay $80, because we all pay $80 every time. We don't watch it on any illegal streaming services or anything. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll see how I do, man. We'll see how we do. I'll start keeping up. You know what? In 2026, we'll start keeping up with the prediction record, I think it could be fun. But yeah, that's going to do it. Hopefully Patty does it. And the thing is, if Gaethje wins too, I'm not mad. So it's kind of a win-win. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all live on Tuesday and Thursday. We're going to bring back consistently streaming on TikTok as well. We forgot to do it today.